Guys, PokePete back here, and welcome to the very first 2018 Pokemon Go Fantasy League Draft. So guys, as we talked about in our other video, which we will leave a link in the description, we are doing a fantasy draft. We are doing a fantasy draft involving Pokemon Go. It's going to be all about soloing raid bosses. We're going to switch it up every raid rotation, and right here, right now, is going to be the full coverage of the very first draft. So, like I said earlier, guys, we are kind of doing this one over Discord just a little bit because we're a little pressed for time. Only 8 days left in the raid rotation. We kind of needed to get it done. We didn't have a time where we could all meet up. So we're going to check back in periodically through the days, or through the day, with all of our picks. So whenever it gets to my pick, I'm just going to check back in and go over some of the other picks and try to make some good picks. The picks so far, so the draft order is going to go my friend Will, my friend George, myself, and then my friend Joel, and it's going to be a snake draft. So with the number 1 overall pick, Will did take Kyogre. I'm a little bummed about that. I was kind of hoping somehow Kyogre would fall to me. Kyogre is going to be the best Pokemon for this current raid meta. Will, good pick there. George then went ahead and took Mewtwo with the number 2 overall pick. And that also kind of crushed my soul a little bit. I was looking forward to Mewtwo. I had Mewtwo, as you guys can see. I had Mewtwo on my draft board right here. He was pretty high up there for me. George, that was a very solid pick. Number 3, I went with Rayquaza, and I'm starting to regret that a little bit. I mean, we're still in the early rounds here. We're at round 3 right now. Looking at the board, Rayquaza might not have been my best choice. It is still a good choice, though. It's a high DPS attacker. So you know what? We got this, guys. Ray is the demigod. Ray, I don't know why I doubt you. Ray, you're a demigod. With the 4th and 5th picks, Joel went back-to-back Gyarados, Groudon. And now, guys, that is a really interesting combination. I had both of those guys pretty high up there on my draft board. Joel had some good picks there. With Gyarados, Groudon back-to-back, he's going to be able to get a lot of stuff done with those 2 Pokemon. So, good picks, Joel. Somehow, Tyranitar fell to me. I'm taking Tyranitar here. 2nd round, Tyranitar. Bite Crunch for the Raichu. Smackdown Stone Edge for the Flareon. King T-Tar for King T-Tar. You gotta take T-Tar. I couldn't not take T-Tar, guys. Alright. So now, in the 2nd round, George's 2nd overall pick is Salamence. You guys all know I hate Salamence. Me and Salamence don't get along. I'm not a fan of Salamence, but it was a pretty good pick, I gotta say, George. You did a good job. That left Will taking Machamp and Vaporeon back-to-back for his 2nd and 3rd round picks. Machamp, strong choice. It's definitely going to get you the Porygon dub. Vaporeon, I'm kind of questioning that one a little bit, Will. I don't quite know what you're going to get done with Vaporeon. It's a good Pokemon. It's just not really fast enough to get everything done. So I don't know what Will's thinking there. 10 overall. Dragonite to George in the 3rd round, and okay, that's Dragonite is an interesting choice. It can be used as a high DPS dragon attacker, or it can be used as a flying attacker with Hurricane for the Machamp. I guess I see it. I mean, I don't know if I would have went back-to-back dragons though, George. Salamence, Dragonite. That's going to be interesting. You might be regretting that a little bit later. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out when this is all done. So now, guys, we are in the 3rd round. And it is my pick right now. And I'm going to get ready. And guys, I got Rayquaza. I got Tyranitar. Mewtwo is off the board, but there is a less better Mewtwo. We're going to take Alakazam. We're going to go ahead. We're going to take Alakazam. Alakazam has 3 moves. It's got Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Focus Blast. So I can use Focus Blast for Porygon, I can use Psychic for Mewtwo, I can use Shadow Ball for Raichu, I can use it as just a generalist attacker because it does have such a high DPS. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to submit Alakazam for my 3rd round pick, number 11 overall in the draft, and we will check back in when, actually Joel's typing. Joel's typing right now, so we're going to stay here because Joel's about to make his picks and then it'll just be my pick again. So we'll check back in after that. Joel, number 12, takes Executor, and that's the Kanto form. Alolan forms are different, remember that, guys. So Joel is going to take Kanto Executor with the 12th pick, and Golem with the 13th pick. Again, that is the Kanto form that he is taking. So Joel has 12, 13, he's going Executor, Golem. Okay. Alright, interesting. So we'll look at this board a little bit. Golem is gone. a lot of the water types are gone too. You know, guys, I'm looking at this. You know when you're in that situation where it's just like everybody starts drafting running backs, so you kind of feel obligated to draft a running back? I'm kind of in that situation with something that can beat Flareon and Donphan. So Flareon gets beat by rock types, Donphan gets beat by water types, Kyogre's gone, Gyarados is gone, Tyranitar is mine, Vaporeon is gone, and now Golem is gone. Alright guys, we're going to take Sharpedo here. Call us crazy, but we are going to take Sharpedo with the 14th overall pick. My round 4 pick is going to be Sharpedo. I don't believe George is active. I believe George is at work, so he's probably going to take a minute to respond. We'll probably check back in after. Yeah, he's not typing yet. So we're going to take Sharpedo. Good water attacker, huge attack stat. It'll be good for Donphan, it'll be good for Flareon. It'll also be good for the Alolan Raichu with Bite Crunch on it. I can use TMs, I can switch it up. I already have one at level 40, and I'm kind of just feeling pressured to take a water type here. So, Sharpedo in the books. We will check back in with you guys when we get to the next point of our draft. What's up, guys? All right, we're back. We got some more picks. We're on our way to a raid, and on the way, we got up to our pick again. So we are gonna go ahead. We're gonna make a pick, guys. It is time for us to make a pick. So when we left off, I had just taken Sharpedo. Since then, a lot has actually went off the board. George took Gengar. Gengar, it's a good choice, George. Gengar was actually a Pokemon I was looking at. I kind of wanted Gengar. George beat me to it, so good pick, George. Will then went ahead and took Hariyama and Amistar with his corner pick. Hariyama, interesting choice. Amistar I like, Will. I like the Amistar pick. I think that was a very good pick for you. The Hariyama pick, though, just like the Vaporeon, I am questioning you, Will. You already had Machamp. I don't know why I take Hariyama this early, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you're right, Will. Prove me wrong. Will, you got this. I'm sure you have a reason for going with the Vaporeon and the Hariyama. I'm sure you do. The Amistar is a good pick, though. Amistar would be a better pick than Vaporeon. I think that's a better Pokemon than Vaporeon for what this is. So, GG, Will. You're getting some good sleepers. With the 18th pick, George took Venusaur. And guys, my plan was actually to take Venusaur with this next pick. So, George went ahead and took Venusaur. I need to find something to take, and alright, Will took Hariyama. Will also has Machamp. So 2 of the big fighting guns are off the table. Most of the water types are off the table, especially now with Amistar being gone. Venusaur and Executor, so both of the really good grass options are off the table. I think with this pick, I'm going to slot in Breloom. And I know Joel is awake and on right now, so he's going to make some picks once I type in a pick, and then I'll make a pick, and we'll get some picks in. But I think I'm going to take Breloom here. Breloom would make sense. It's a good grass type, so it can be used for Donphan and Clear Weather. And it's a good fighting type, so it can be used for Porygon. It's going to have a little bit of a dual action for me. You know what? We're going to go Breloom. Breloom. Boom. Done. Breloom is in the books. I like that pick. I've got a couple good Breloom. I've got one at level 35 already, so it's not going to cost me too much dust for this. I'm liking the Breloom pick there. George, I'm really liking that Venusaur pick. I kind of wish I had that Venusaur pick, but you got that Venusaur pick. So, like, GG. All right, here we go. Here we go. Joel's typing. GG, George, but Joel is typing. And 2021, Joel is going Latios. Interesting pick. It's got a lot of uses, actually. It's not a bad pick for this type of thing. And he's going Alolan Golem. So now he's got regular Golem and Alolan Golem. Interesting pick there. Very interesting pick. Alright, well, we're going to look at our team real quick and see what we're going to do. So we've got Rayquaza. It's going to be a generalist attacker. It's going to be a rock type attacker. Alright. We got Tyranitar. That's going to be a dark and a rock type attacker. We got Alakazam. That's going to be an all over the place great attacker. So Alakazam's a really good one. We got Sharpedo. It's going to be a very solid water attacker. And we just picked up Breloom for the fighting and the grass aspect. Ooh, you know what though, guys? You know what, guys? My team is looking pretty glassy right now. Breloom, Sharpedo, Alakazam, and Rayquaza. They don't really have much bulk. So, you know, with the rules in place, you have to survive the full raid. I might be jumping the gun a little bit, but I'm going to take Lugia. I need to make sure that I have a good Pokemon that will survive all these raids and still have super effectiveness. So Lugia's got Hydro Pump and Sky Attack, so it'll be good for the Machamp, the Donphan, and the Flareon. It'll also just be a good survivability option. I'm liking it. Lugia down. Lugia is in the books. And George is typing. George is on. Okay. This is good. George was at work, but George is on. George is giving me crap for taking Lugia so early. Hey, George, don't worry about it. Don't worry about my draft strategy. You worry about yours. With number 23, George takes Espeon. Okay. Espeon in the books for George. Alright, so George takes Espeon. He's already got Dragonite. He's already got Mewtwo. I think that kind of wraps it up. I think George wins Machamp. I don't think anybody else is going to come close to George in Machamp. So GG, George. Congrats. I think you're going to get Machamp. I think I'm going to have to fight Joel for second in Machamp. Will, so far, doesn't look like he's even competing for Machamp. But that's okay. To each their own strategy. To each their own strategy. Alright. And guys, I know Will is teaching right now. He's a teacher. Pretty smart guy. And he is not... It doesn't look like he's about to start typing. So we'll check back in when it gets back to us. We're going to have 2 more picks from Mr. Will. A pick from George. And then we're going to be back on the board. Hopefully we can get some good stuff. You know, I don't even know what I'm hoping for. You know what? I actually do know what I'm hoping for. I know exactly what I'm hoping for with my next pick. Hopefully they don't take it. I probably should have taken it instead of Lugia. You guys will find out if we get it. What's up, guys? We're back. And we're actually walking down towards a Mawile raid here in SLP. We've got some more picks in, though. So here we go. We left off number 23, Espeon. Since then, Will has done some more crazy stuff. Will back-to-back, Jynx and Swampert. Jynx and Swampert. Will, I think you've got Donphan pretty much locked up right now. I think you've got Flareon if it rains. I don't know what else you're doing. I think you might have a shot at Porygon, but my dude, you need to draft more than just water types. You're stealing all the water types. Will is taking every water type. That's all right though. Will's got his strategy. If his strategy might just be make sure Pete can't do Donphan and Flareon. I don't know. We'll see what Will's strategy is. We'll see if it pays off for him. But after those two, George goes Sceptile. Sceptile's an interesting one, George. I was hoping to get Sceptile a little bit later on. You beat me to it. That's all right. But my pick, guys. My pick's still on the board. Guy I really wanted still on the board. I don't really know if this is just me being an idiot or if this is going to pay off, but I'm taking Rhydon. So Rhydon is going to be an interesting choice. It's going to have Surf, Earthquake, and Stone Edge. I kind of like it. I like its versatility. I like that I'll be able to do everything with every weather with it. It's a tank, so it'll survive for me through these raids. I really like Rhydon. So we're going to take Rhydon, and Joel is on point with this. Joel is just trying to get this draft ready. He is trying to go out and do some raids. We're also trying to do some raids. This one's going to be a Mawile, though. Joel's taking Banette and a Alolan Executor. So now he's got both forms of Executor, both forms of Golem. He's going to be in good shape for both Donphan and Flareon and Alolan Raichu. Joel's team. All right, you know what, Joel? Joel, you might win this all. You got a pretty good team. I'm not gonna lie, I like Joel's team. Joel's team's coming along quite well, and honestly, I don't really know what to do right now. So, with all this stuff that's off the board, I don't really feel like there's any grass types worth taking right now. I don't really feel like there's any water types worth taking right now. Guys, I might just give up on Donphan. I think I'm just gonna call it quits. I'm not even gonna waste time trying to do Donphan. I'm gonna try to make sure that I win some of the other ones. So right now, I think I'm gonna win Flareon, if I can find Partly Cloudy. And I think I'm going to win Raichu. And I think I have a good shot at second place on both Porygon, and Machamp. So, Pinsir. Pinsir is a good choice. I take Pinsir, use it as a bug attacker to kind of ensure Raichu, use it as a fighting attacker to kind of help with the Porygon. Alright, we're going to do it. We're going to lock it in. Pinsir, locked in as our choice. Awesomeness, guys. Awesomeness. Pinsir's locked in. George is actually typing. Oh, George is going to follow me up. George following the Pinsir with a Scizor. So he's thinking the same thing. George is going to try to compete with me for the Raichu. Now, he's got the Gengar. He's got the Mewtwo. He's got a good chance at it. I'm not going to lie, guys. But I still think we got him. That T-Tar. That T-Tar's too big. We also passed the Mawile raid. I went to the wrong gym. I thought I had to go further than I did. So we're going to walk back to the Mawile raid. And whoa. Will is typing. Will is on. This is crazy. All right. Will must have just got off work and he... 32 and 33. Will just took Milotic and Blastoise. All right, guys. Will is taking all the water types. It's quite clear what he's doing at this point. He's trying to make sure nobody else does Donphan and Flareon. He's trying to make sure that he gets Donphan and Flareon. It's quite clear what Will is after. We're not going to let that affect us, although I would like one more water type just in case I have a shot at Donphan and just to try to help cover up Flareon a little bit. So we're probably going to try to take a water type here. George takes Houndoom. Okay, it's a good pick. It's a very good pick, George. It doesn't really affect our strategy, but it's a good pick. And we need a water type, guys. We're gonna pull a Pokebattler and we are gonna find us a water type while we walk back to a Mawile. Oh, okay. All right, we found our water type. We're gonna go with Feraligatr. Feraligatr has not been picked yet. We're gonna go Feraligatr, and hopefully that's gonna be good enough. And Joel is typing, but I don't really know what I'm gonna pick after that, so we're gonna take a break. We're gonna do a Mawile raid. We're gonna see what Joel does. We're gonna think about our last pick, because I believe we're down to that. I believe we've got one pick left. Yeah, after that Feraligatr, I've only got one pick left. So I'm gonna do this Mawile raid, and then I'm gonna see what I'm thinking for that last pick. We're back. So we're actually stuck in traffic right now, and it is like, I don't know, I'm thinking there was an accident or something, because we are not moving at all. We are just kind of in some gridlock here. So I'm thinking there was a pretty bad accident, but that, you know, although we're on our way to a 3-star raid. The draft is concluding. We're in the last round right now. We're on our way to a 3-star raid. And so I guess this isn't the worst time in the world to be stuck in some really bad traffic, because it'll give us the opportunity to go ahead and finish up this draft. So, guys, when we left off, it was our pick, and we picked Feraligatr. Well, looking back on that, I just looked in my inventory. I don't have a Feraligatr. I don't have a Totodile. I don't have a Croconaw. So I don't know what we're going to do about that. Pretty much just wasted a pick. Guys, be more careful. So now we've wasted a pick. It's up to Joel. He's made his picks, and I don't even know what I'm going to do at this point. So Joel, with his last 2 picks, went Primeape, Vileplume. Primeape, awesome choice, Joel. You needed a fighting type. You didn't have one. Vileplume, another really good choice. I mean, you know what? We're starting to pick up a little bit here. All right. We're starting to get past the traffic, but another good choice in Vileplume. That was not a bad choice at all. I kind of was wanting a grass type attacker. Doesn't look like I'm going to get a grass type attacker, which is fine. I'm not going to get a grass type attacker. I need something to beat Donphan, though. I don't know what I'm going to use. I thought I was going to try Feraligatr, Breloom, Sharpedo combo. That's not going to happen because I don't have a Feraligatr. I was looking at it, guys. I was looking at all the Pokemon, and honestly, I'm taking Cloyster. I don't even think that that's a good pick, but I'm taking Cloyster because I have one at level 40 already. It's got some decent moves. It's a wall of defense. I'm taking Cloyster, and after I take Cloyster, George will take Heracross, and after George takes Heracross, Will's finishing his pick right now. He's typing. Will's taking Blaziken. So, that is it, guys. The draft is over. The traffic is starting to pick up a little bit. It's still really bad, though. It's still just like, I'm not really moving. I'm just kind of taking my foot off the brake every now and again. But that's it. We've got a draft. We've all got 10 Pokemon. We've got a draft. We're on our way to a 3-star. Hopefully we can knock out a 3-star today before we have to get into work. That would be really, really clutch. We've got everything. Joel set up a Google Drive for us, so we're going to drop off all of our official submissions to the Google Drive. Guys, we're ready to play. That's it. Our draft is over.